Hello guys, welcome back to our channel. It's been a while since we film videos in a part like this, so welcome back to our long form content.
Yeah, and today we're going to be discussing about a single child family versus a multiple child family. Before we go into the questions, let's just give them a brief background about our families. How about you?
So I grew up in a single kid family. I'm the only girl of my parents. Thanks to the one child policy of China, it's not allowed to have the second kid.
Yeah, right. So for me, I guess mine is a very standard family with two kids, two boys. So basically, I have a younger brother with me, 2.5 years younger.
Okay.
That's us.
So from my side, my first question would be, do you think growing up with a sibling made you more competitive?
In general, maybe not, but there's always this healthy rivalry between siblings. Everything we did, you have to kind of compete to each other, like try to be better than him or match that level. So as kids, yes, we had some level of rivalry. I wouldn't call it competition or negative hate or jealousy or anything. For example, as long as he clears the level, I also have to do it. I must. So I think that's how we were as kids. And now that we're kind of more matured and adults, it's more inspiring.
Since there's a competition, there would be a winner or a loser. Do you feel like one of you is way better than the other for some aspect, or do you ever feel like overshadowed?
Overshadowed, is it? So I guess it's a more tricky question that you asked at this point. As kids, I mean, of course, everyone has their own different specialities, right? We're two different people. I used to have better grades, but again, he used to always catch up with his hard work and effort as well. Input was different, but then output-wise, he was matching that, right?
So at the end, the distance between you guys are not that different.
No. I don't think we feel are overshadowed per se.
Okay.
And like I mentioned, right, it's more like being inspired by it. So if, for example, let's say my brother gets a very good job, I'm not gonna be like, oh shit, he got a good job, man. I'm gonna be like, damn, that's nice. I need to do better with my life as well.
Oh.
Get there as well and be inspired. So it's more like
Okay.
inspiration at this point rather than being, overshadowed or jealous.
Okay, so it's quite positive, I would say.
Yeah, and I guess this is more circumstantial or dependent on case or subjective, but for me at least, yes.
I would say it's a lucky story for you because not every sibling has the similar intelligence or they will understand the competition in the same way as you.
When we were kids, our sports or fun used to be fighting with each other. So we didn't talk a lot about our emotions and stuff as well. It's more after when I went for my university, the distance actually made us closer. That whenever we used to come home, we had better bond. As we mature more, it's not really about that. It's just about bonding in terms of brotherhood and.
Okay, I see. And my next question would be, do you think the love from your parents is biased? Like your parents love one of you more and you all feel this difference?
I guess that's a tricky question again. But okay, I think one thing my parents did is always made sure that they do their best to give a 50-50 in terms of no bias in terms of what they provide. As soon as I got a mobile phone, my brother got it at the same time. Granted, it might feel like he's 2 years or 2.5 years younger than me and he's getting it at the same time, but which is unfair to me in a way. But then I don't think so, because temporarily speaking, in the present, we both got it at the same time. So he didn't feel left out. Oh my God, I'm 2.5 years younger, so I didn't get it. I think education as well, they've always given us equal opportunity. In terms of how they show the affection, we're two different people, right? So I'm more quiet and reserved individual. My brother is someone who's really, he absorbs attention in general. He's really funny and yeah. So that kind of attitude normally warrants more affection, right?
Yes.
So in terms of the display of affection, I guess they were more towards my brother in the scenario. For me, I was not like that, but then I've never really felt left out. I mean, they're always there to support me, but it's just like in a different form, depending, like subjective to the people.
When you were not that mature to feel your parents were trying their best to balance their love, did you ever feel like your parents is more kind or gentle to one of them and more strict to another one because your personality were different?
General things, no. Okay. But even if I look back now, rest everything else, be toys, opportunities, sports, anything that we used to do, equal.
Wow.
So they tried their best as much as they can, but of course we have different personalities, so you cannot really make it 100% or 50-50 exactly, right? So props to my parents for being able to do that. That's difficult.
Wow, that's quite surprising.
If I were to ask you if you have two dogs, which one would you like more? Do you have a bias?
If speaking, if one of them is super close to me, would love to play with me more, learn things faster, I probably prefer that one. I don't know, because I don't have to.
Because that's why I feel it's really hard for parents to balance.
Of course, the first thing I think is like, but do you ever like feel lonely? what do you do when everyone else is busy, right? How do you spend your time? Who do you spend your time with?
It's really a common comment I saw online that people feel lonely for those single kids. But being a single kid, I never feel lonely. And I normally like play toys, play computer games. When my parents are occupied, I'll be sent to my grandparents' place. They don't really have time that I have to spend by myself. So my time was occupied by other things, just not siblings. As I grow older, I hang out with my friends. After school, I may spend time with them.
I mean, I'm a bit surprised by that because I guess for China at least, most of the families have one kid. So basically, your first point of contact is going to be your friends and everyone, right?
Exactly. So I still feel like I was surrounded by peers. So it doesn't make me feel without a sibling is a big loss.
I mean, I guess I follow with you on that because you still have options of going to friends, right?
Yes.
But just to kind of, question you on that, how deep of a friendship did you have with your friends? Because for me as well, a brother is someone who you share a lot of experience with. So do you have like any besties that you had made at the younger age that were like with you all the time?
I also made long-term friendship, more than 10 years, more than 15 years. We do have to put in effort to maintain this friendship. You have temporary friendship and you have long-term ones.
Do you feel like being an only child made you more independent or more pampered and dependent on your parents?
I guess it's also a common question for single kids. As the only kid of the family, I receive all of the attention from them.
Yeah.
And so there's no one to compare with. I feel like I'm more sheltered compared to independent. I don't feel like I need to grow that fast or that independent because I know there's someone supports me, root me up.
Yeah.
So though I grew slower, I'm not that strong. Internally, I feel it's okay. It doesn't mean I cannot live alone in a separate country. I can still go other country to study. Just emotion-wise, I feel like I'm more sheltered.
Independence is something came only after I, move out to the hostel and start living by myself. So I guess that's not really only to your case, right? So maybe one very crucial question, right? As I had sibling as a kid, I learned very early on how to share my things. Regardless of what comes, right? It has to be shared 50-50. But I feel like as someone who's got 100% of everything as kid, how are you in terms of sharing your resources with someone?
I don't feel like siblings need to share everything. Siblings can still have some ownership of their favorite toys. For example, your parents buy all of you 5 toys individually. You like to share 3 of them, and he also like to share 2 of them, and you can still have ownership of the remaining 2 that you really love. I think this is acceptable. And regarding sharing and caring, I also do the same things with my peers, with my classmates. I have something I love very much and I have the ownership of them. I can choose not to share. And for some of them, I like to share. I can do this. I was also aware like they have the ownership of their toys. I could not take them from them if they don't want to share. So for me, it's definitely not share everything.
Okay.
And I think this idea is acceptable. Being a single kid doesn't mean we are self-centered. We still know the basic social skills by interacting with our peers.
Okay, so I'm just understanding that you draw this skill set or maybe learn these values from, let's say, school or your peers and so on, right? So, if you were given a chance to go back in time or choose exactly to have one sibling, 0 sibling, and which kind of gender you want to be, what would you choose?
Definitely still single kid. How about you?
I think I love my life as it is.
Okay.
I wouldn't want to change anything. So yeah, definitely a brother, younger brother.
Older brother.
Yeah, older brother has a bit of its perks, right? Half of my childhood was fighting, and I was older, so I was stronger.
How about one more sister or one more brother?
Too much. But I guess 2 has always been the standard number. You imagine the family, it's going to be parents and then 2 kids.
Okay. So my reasoning of being a single kid is there are a lot of things you have to strive hard to get, like better grade, job opportunities, even chase your partner. You have to impress the girl or the boy you like. I'm quite sure there's one thing I have no opponent. That's the love from my parents. And this kind of feeling gives me a lot of security. I can strongly feel they contribute all of their energy, resource, love to the only kid. And this kind of love gives me a lot of support. There are a lot of stories I read online, like siblings would fight a lot regarding how much legacy they will have, or how much benefit they can have of their parents. Considering I'm the only kid, so I've never think of relying on others to take care of my parents. So I'll definitely take the full responsibility. So
that's true. And I feel like you're right about that. Actually, you know how finances and everything kind of break the bond in between siblings and stuff. As long as your relationship is good, I guess then it doesn't matter.
Yes, correct.
But that's a lucky thing to happen, right?
Correct. So that's our stories, our discussions regarding our story of growing up. Do you have a sibling? Do you want to be the single kid of the family? Leave your opinion in the comments. We can discuss more.
Yeah, we'd love to hear how your siblings were, or if you were alone, like what was your experience? Maybe we can talk about it next time.
See you next time. Bye bye.
Bye bye.